Welcome to Camp Podcast Special Edition. I am pianist Eunmi Ko and I serve as president of the Contemporary Art Music Project or CAMP. CAMP is an organization that promotes innovative art music and collaborates with composers and performing artists. One of many activities we do is our podcast series. Our hosts explore a wide range of topics from marginalized composers and music history to current collaborations. I am excited to announce that as our podcast continues to explore a wide range of topics, we have decided to consolidate our podcast series into one. Please make sure you are subscribed to Camp Podcasts to enjoy Lost Time Played Inc., Piano Talk, Camp Korean Art Music Project, and Camp Podcast Special Edition, and more. Tonight, I am your host, and I am thrilled to talk with founder and artistic director of Tampa City Ballet, Paula Nuñez. Tampa City Ballet serves the community by creating unique performances and providing high quality arts education. Hi, Paula. Welcome and thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you so much, Yumi, for having me here, sharing all the artistic love that we have. And I'm very, very excited, looking forward for this podcast.
Thank you. We usually start with a easy question, and it's usually about our guest's background. And personally, I'm also very curious. How did you start dance, and how did you become a dancer?
Yes, I started dancing when I was 5 or 6 years old, and in my country, in Venezuela, specifically in Caracas. And I think I started because I have actually flat feet, and the doctor said that will be a very good exercise for me to develop the arches in the feet, and ended that I have that I have super arches later in my life. I love it. I love it since the moment that I started. I think it was about the physicality that we have to use, the challenges that classical dance, classical ballet give you. Also, I thanks my mom and my family because they were really engaging in the arts with me and in the process and in the journey of learning this art.
Yeah, wow. So you started with classical ballet.
Yes, I started with classical ballet in a very Vaganova and disciplined school in my country. And then when I was about 10 years old, they gave me a scholarship
Hmm.
to study at the kind of conservatory. And this conservatory was amazing because I think it was at that moment that I understood the importance of other arts around us because the
Hmm.
conservatory had the music department and also the modern department in dance, other type of dances. So we grew up surrounded by artists and I think that since that moment I started to do and to understand collaborations.
Oh, that's great. I understand some dancers just stay playing only classical repertoire, but obviously that you expanded your repertoire and you did a lot of modern dance. George Balanchine, you did. I read your bio, and so how did you get into that repertoire?
Yes, we were I was very lucky in my country at that time. We had a contemporary company called International Ballet of Caracas. This company traveled all around the world. We had the best choreographers at the moment in Caracas setting work for us. And the company always was very open that we don't do just one type of work. As we do classical and we'll train classical, we have works from Alvin Ailey, from Chu Go, from Bejard. So we were exposed to a variety of dances. So I grew up with all of this information of movement and also ideas. Because even we were in Venezuela and a lot of our works were related to our culture, we
Mm.
also were very exposed to other cultures and other choreographers and ideas and musicians, and also very, very involved in visual arts.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, you were also an educator, teaching at USF, member of the dance faculty. And why did you start Tampa City Ballet outside of this academia that you have this stable life? And what was your urge to start Tampa City Ballet?
Yes, I think I was always inspired by the firm belief that the arts are essential in our communities and the role the arts play in the society. For me, it was always very, I was always very curious about who are we as an artist in the society and the communities where we live. So after I decided to retire in my professional career, I was dancing with the Cleveland Ballet. I opened Fundación Ballet de las Américas. It's a school in Caracas, Venezuela. In 1994, I opened it with the firm belief that we wanted to give scholarships. We wanted to be part of that community, and we wanted to inspire the young children to be able to try and to grow into the arts. Many of these scholarship recipients are today are continuing having an impact through the arts around the world. So that for me, it is like you put a little seed in someone and it grows. It grows from one kid to their families to their communities. So when I came, I started to work as a faculty at the University of South Florida, and at the same time, I always observed when I came through the streets, the Fowler, Bears, our community around, full of schools, and I decided if I did it in Venezuela, I maybe could do it here, and I started the On Your Feet program. The On Your Feet program is basically give a scholarship to a kid, a children, a youth, and someone young or even not that young that give you a sign that they love. They can have a love for this. And we taught in schools like Mort Elementary and many schools around. And you always see these kids that bright their faces when they dance, that they are hungry to learn more. So we start with a program. Tampa City Ballet started in 2012 just with this program, just with the scholarship programs. And we have kids from the beginning, like now, some of these kids are dancing professionally. We have two students in Austria dancing in the Opera of Austria. We have kids graduating from universities like Indiana University, Boston Conservatory, that they finished this program on your feet and they went and study or dancing professionally. So for me, that was the beginning of Tampa City Ballet. It's not until 2018 that we opened the professional company.
That's amazing how it grew from this scholarship program and educating young students to now it's really artistic organization that brings this kind of high art to the community.
Yes, it is always incredible to see talent, raw talent that you can, it's a service. It's kind of giving what you have and open it to the community in a way that sometimes they say, oh, it's dance or ballet. Sometimes it's scare them a little bit, but then when they try and they move and they start the discipline of a training, that you found that the children really get advantage of all this training.
Yes, true. Thank you for doing it for Tampa and beyond. So about well, since we are talking about the Tampa City Ballet, what is Tampa City Ballet's mission and artistic goal? What do you want to achieve in the end?
Tampa City Ballet mission is definitely empower diverse voices and provide a platform for collaboration, conversation, accessibility, but also artistic excellence. Yes, we're very open to the experimental work. And that's how really the company started in 2018. I have this space that was empty in the mornings. So we decided it's empty, and we have so many USF uh, students, dancers graduating, and they want to stay in the area. They want to stay in Tampa. They love to be here. So why not to open this space for creation? Just collaboration and creation. So we discovered we have an incredible talent just here in our city, and we start to create. It was basically a playground. We start to create choreography. We start to experiment with not just dance, but also theater. We start to collaborate with musicians. We start with theatrical and taking stories from books, and that's how really Tampa City Ballet came alive. It was just an space full of, I will say, creativity, artists that were hungry to be able to get experience in the professional world. Our goals, well, there's many goals, but I think our immediately goals will be keep creating an innovative repertory that focuses and invests in creating awareness for social issues, and also to reflect on spoken emotions of people. I think that definitely move us. And that's why I call Tampa City Ballet 21st repertory. Even we'll do classical dances to involve families and children in the arts. Really, the goal of the company is to keep creating innovative choreography. Also, another goal is to continue providing high quality arts education to facilitate research and to create a community for dancers seeking professional careers. And TCB also aspires to lead Tampa in joining a global dance movement committed to represent diversity and inclusion that is so important today. Involves the community in our work. I think is another of our big goals that we have. How can we involve the community in dance, and in the arts more and more?
Yeah, just to continue with your what you just said about the community engagement, that I know that TCB has a few programs, including summer program, and also there are a lot of events throughout the year. So if you can tell us about it, that would be great.
Yes, Tampa City Ballet is opening classes to adults, and we are amazed by the quantity of the adults that are hungry to learn more about dance, and they love it, they enjoy. We start with 2 classes a week. We are now having around 7 classes a week for adults, and then you see that this necessity of arts and to get engaged with movement, and they love it. We had a company pianist playing the live music for them, and it's just like their moment of happiness during the day. They really enjoyed it. We also have classes for children. We have now our new goal is to open and in our new space in the Crest building at least once a month classes of improvisation, so people can come and dance with us. People can come and try just improvisation, just be able to move and to discover that through movement you can enjoy and you can really release and have a moment of peace. And then with the idea of the people can understand dance in a different way. It's something that is not a way. It is something that is possible for everyone can dance.
So is it? Can I just come and dance too? I'm not a dancer, and I.
Please, yes, this is gonna be so much fun. Our first one is gonna be in March, and the idea is to have a common space where we can all enjoy and found out our groovy, found out our rhythmic, found out there, that we can have and spend 2 hours, 3 hours, the time that we want, just moving, feeling the music, feeling the others, feeling the community around you. So yes, I think this is one of my more excited projects that I have for 23.
That sounds great. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out. You had so many collaboration with different organizations, different artists, and so if you had any memorable collaboration since its funding, yeah, share with us about your collaboration experience.
Yes, we have many collaborations. Since establishing the company, we have collaborated with the Florida Orchestra, with the Florida Museum of Photography, the Glacier Children Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts, and the Ybor Community Development with our project of Ybor City. But I really, really enjoy our collaboration, the collaboration with the
Oh,
campground. It was a beautiful collaboration for us because it was very intimate for us to work with the musicians, to have that piece of music that was composed today, that was
yeah.
composed now, and to be able to dance together with the live composer. I think that is one of the best experience because it is very rich. It's rich to have the musicians just right there playing their music. So thank you for the opportunity because it's one of the really beautiful collaborations that we had.
Thank you. I still remember the choreography, and it was absolutely beautiful. It happened at the Florida Museum of Photographic Arts. And it was 2022 at the Campground 2022. Um, it was music of Stephen Epp's flute duet White Dew. So yeah, what did you had some communication with the composer
Yes.
Stephen, and
Mhm.
yeah, and then you met the performers right there, actually. So,
Yes,
yeah,
we met the performance, and it's such an incredible change to listen the music. When you listen, we of course choreograph with the music, hearing the music every day, but then to hear the music live, it creates a
yeah,
completely different feeling and emotion. The dancers love it. They love it. Is that integration? That's what I call integration, collaboration of the arts and the artists that definitely make it our work so much better and rich.
yeah. I remember that the dancers danced around these two flutists. So that was really cool to watch it. Yeah.
Yes, because that's another thing that we want when we collaborate. How can we make it more human? How can we make it more real? And I think is integrating dancers with musicians, also with audiences. So lately,
Mm,
I'm doing a lot of experimentation on um, how to integrate the audience in our work. So the dancers could be coming from the audience, going to the audience again. How can we make it more interactive? How can we make our art more accessible to an audience that could be more engaged, with and also for the dancers to be more human.
Was it more challenge to come up with the choreography for this kind of art music, which is not pop music or traditional classical music? You probably have that experience with the Florida Orchestra, but this is not something that Florida Orchestra would play.
Yes,
So
exactly. Um, I always like to hear the music until I found sense of what is said. And in that sense, even if it's a classical music or this contemporary music, I like to find the emotion, the feeling first. It is very different. It is very different, but I love it. I feel that because usually when I choreograph with contemporary music, I rather to do the movements without the music first. So it's a little bit tricky because I know the music, I hear it, and I felt something first of all, but that gave me an idea of what is the concept. But then I like to work with no music. So I set a lot of the movements and a lot of the material in the dancers with no music, also using different dynamics. So we have tasks like, for example, okay, do this movement now faster and three times and with uh, put some crispiness in the movement, or do the other movement like water. And I found that that work is set there. And then when we work with the music, you have such a richness and in the combination, because then you of course you have to make it you have to make it not match completely, but you have to put it together in a way that it
yeah.
makes sense for the movement and for the
Hmm.
music. But I found it like it's really a research, but it's a very fun way to create, because the result is a surprise sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, but it's a good surprise. It's like, whoa, this is amazing how you can use like a Lego, like put layers of movement in the music, in contemporary music. So I think that's very enjoyable. It means a lot.
Oh, that's great. I'm so excited to see the also the new collaboration in this year, Campground 23. We have two pieces. One is actually fixed media. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Ambalan Goda by Jonah Elot, and The Voice of Rain by Ingrid Stolzel. And these are two very different music. And Tampa City Ballet will choreograph for these two pieces. So, yeah, what should we expect from Campground 23?
I'm so excited. I hear the music and immediately I couldn't say no. I couldn't say no because immediately you for me, I'm very into the music. If I hear the music and it gives me something, it's so hard for me to like not say no. And so I know that all the time with collaborations like these, what we do is that we grow. We grow as an artist, we build a sense of community, we share ideas between different artists. So it makes the project more interesting, alive, significant. So I'm very excited. We are starting to work next week in both pieces. The dancers will start next week. I think it's going to be very I hope very different to what we create before, because that's something that I always look for, not to be repetitive in my work. So I have already inspirations with the music about time, about how it is important to be in the moment, in present moment today. And yes, I will start to play with the dancers next week. I'm very, very excited. And I think it is going to be really different and again, very rich.
Yeah, I'm also excited about the dance improvisation that's going to happen during the festival, um, with this little sensor attached to the dancer. So it's gonna be a lot of interaction between the movements and live electronic music. Um,
Meditation one, yes, Alex with Alex
yeah, with Alex Schoenfeld.
Felt.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm very excited. It's the first time that I will do an experiment like this. And looking forward, really, and looking forward to see what is going to come out.
Yes. Well, I think you're really probably one of the few people in Tampa who support a new organization like the Contemporary Art Music Project. And this mentorship and support, I think it's extremely important to any young artists and anyone who is in charge of young organizations. So, do you, if you have any wisdom that you can share with younger artists, that would be great.
Yes, I think it is a very important moment for the arts right now, and I think what you are doing, it is incredible important for new and young artists. We need platforms. We need to. You are creating a platform. You are creating a space for the artists to show their work, and what an incredible opportunity this is. So we all have to support it because I feel like every art organization have to start somewhere, and we know that starting still we still have so much to work in Tampa City Ballet. We always, of course, dream we have our own space, our own budget for dancers and things like that. But what you are doing, and I think what we all doing this is to keep going because we dream that one day it is going to happen. We dream that one day we are going to have that organization that formally can support artists, from local artists and from all over the world. Because I think the world today need the arts more than ever. Arts bring communities together. Arts bring happiness, bring a space to talk about uh, conversations that maybe sometimes young people doesn't want to do it, but they found that through arts they can communicate. Arts are a tool for today that it give hope. It give hope to the humanity. So what you are doing, I think it is very hard because it's new, because we are still growing in culture in the city. But I will say keep doing it and keep bringing your amazing spirit that you have to this city. And we have so many talent that will be so grateful, and very, very lucky to be able to have an organization like yours. I also think that we have big dreams. I think big dreams are good, but also like you do, doing small things, doing art in the community, I think is the way to really develop our organization from the roots. Being involved in the community, being involved with your audiences like you do, involving other artists. Yes, always being there, present. I think in what is happening in our city. There is a lot right now. It is a great moment for us to develop new organizations. like yours.
Thank you so much. It's very encouraging, and I think we all need that encouragement. Time to time, it's not always easy to run an arts organization, of course. Other than anything, I think. But yes, it's something we have to keep doing, I think. So, well, thank you so much for being here and doing all the great things you do with Tampa City Ballet. And we're definitely so looking forward to Campground 23, which will happen from March 16 to 18 in Tampa downtown and St. P. We're doing a concert with the Tampa City Ballet at the factory at St. P. And you can find all about it from our website, contemporaryartmusicproject.org. I'm going to say bye to our audience now, and we are going to share the performance from Campground 22. It's composer Stephen Ip's White Dew for two flutes, and danced by Tampa City Ballet and choreographed by Paula Nuñez. It was performed by Alicia Molitorys and Eduardo Costa Roldan. Support us by donating. You can go to our website www.contemporaryartmusicproject.org and simply click the donate button. Help us continue our podcast, festival, and other exciting projects. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.